Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Connect with Eleanor. I'm excited to be joined today by Eleanor herself. She's someone that is passionate about people. She's interested in being a source of inspiration to others. She's passionate about connecting with people, hearing them out. In short, she is a source of strength to our generation. Thank you so much for having me. So, Eleanor, thank you for taking time to join us today. We know you have a busy schedule, but we are grateful that you're here with us today. So excited to be here as well. Okay, so today's interview, we're going to be diving into some topics and meaningful conversations about life, relationship, and personal growth. Okay, so let's start with the first segment. Eleanor, what's your favorite hobby or activity that you do in your free time? The audience, they want to know more about you, so I believe you should be able to tell us that. Okay, I'm a big fan of reading and learning new things, and I enjoy getting lost in a book. Wow, that's nice. It's a way to relax and expand my knowledge. Another question for you, Eleanor. What's the best advice you've ever received from someone, and from whom? Let us know the person that gave you such advice and what you learned from it. You can go ahead. Apostle Joshua Sema will say something. Wow. He said the physical realm is the slave to the spiritual realm. It really helped me to work on my spiritual life. To make me know that no matter how much you work hard, the spirit realm is also very essential when it comes to your life. So you have to take your spiritual life or whatever religion you're practicing serious. Yeah. That's nice. So now let's talk about family relationships. Family relationships can be so complicated. What's the most important lesson that you've actually learned about building a healthy and a strong family? Communication, understanding from each other's perspective, being open to feedback. There is a way we are going through things that we don't pay attention to what the other person is feeling. How do you handle conflict and disagreement from your family? When it comes to family, we need to be intentional about saying things from each other's perspective. So that's what I would say. Try to listen and share my thoughts, how I feel concerning the issue, and if maybe one way or the other I'm not being heard, I just sometimes decide to let it go. So let's get right to segment 3. I hope you guys are enjoying us on today's episode. We all know that self-esteem and confidence are essential for our well-being. So now let's ask you, Eleanor. We know that boundaries are so important for maintaining healthy relationship. So what's the most challenging boundary you've ever had to set? And how did you go about setting it? To say no to requests that don't align with your personal values. It's time and effort to develop confidence. Wow. To set healthy boundaries, to prioritize my own needs. So it was very difficult for me. That's really brave. So what advice would you actually give someone who is struggling to set boundaries? There are many of us that we have issues when it comes to setting boundaries with our loved ones because we don't want to hurt them. So how can they set such boundaries without hurting their fellow members, without hurting someone, and still being true to themselves? I would advise them to start small, be clear about their needs and expectations. It's important to communicate boundaries effectively. This is how I want to be treated. This is how I want to be loved. Don't start with big things. Start with little things. And step by step, you see yourself growing, setting more boundaries to protect yourself, and being intentional about self-care, self-compassion, that somebody cannot just treat you anyhow. Okay. Yeah. So now, personal growth and development are essential for living a fulfilling life. So what's the most significant risk you have taken in your life, and was it worth it? To juggle between my career and my purpose, my passion, trying to, it hasn't been easy. Wow, connect with Eleanor, trying to make the channel work.
Eleanor, that's nice.
It is challenging but very rewarding.
Wow.
Yeah. So now, Eleanor, we have some anonymous questions for you on today's episode. I hope you don't mind. You just have to. I've been hurt in past relationships and I'm having trouble trusting my new partner. How can I build trust and intimacy in a new relationship? I will say be open. Don't compare both partners together. That is your present partner and the one you had before. Try to communicate. Let them know of what happened to you. You understand? Yeah. Okay. The second question says that I'm feeling stuck in my career and I'm not sure what to do next. How can I explore my passion and interest? This person has a career uncertainty. So how do you think they can navigate it? Okay, nobody is saying that you should not follow your passion and your dreams, but if you're in the kind of country that I live in, you have to be careful when you're exploring your passion. Presently, your passion is not giving you money. You have to be able to find a way to juggle the two together until you're absolutely sure that such passion and interest can give you money. Some fun questions for you. Just one, just one. We won't take too much of your time in today's interview, obviously. If you could have dinner with anyone right here at this moment, who would it be and why? Okay, I would say John C. Maxwell. His leadership insights, some of his books that I've read have really been inspiring to me. They really pushed me beyond the limits, and I would just like to have a quick dinner with him and just, get some of his knowledge.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a great. It brings me back to my last question. What book are you reading recently? Because the other time you said you love reading. What are the things that you actually um, feel like can be a source of help to the audience? Of A Godly Woman by Barbara. You learn about the discipline of prayer, of the mind, of godliness, of singleness. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and experiences with us on today's episode of Connect with Eleanor. Even though it was short, at least we were able to learn from her. Um, it's a pleasure having you on Connect with Eleanor. Thank you for connecting with us on another way. So thank you so much for watching today's episode of Connect with Eleanor. I hope you were able to learn from the woman of wisdom herself. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to watch more interesting, inspiring content from Connect with Eleanor. I love you guys so much. I celebrate you. I will see you in another episode. Being intentional, setting boundaries, loving people, at the same time protecting yourself. I love you so much, guys, and I celebrate you. We celebrate them, right?
Of course we do.
Bye.